And welcome to part 3. We're going to be discussing the tier 3 perks here on a roundtable discussion. The first up is going to be Marathon, which is longer sprint, not unlimited sprint like it was in Modern Warfare 2. I kind of feel like Treyarch doesn't want the unlimited sprint. It might be a little too overpowered and annoying. And I think the pro version will be just like it was in Modern Warfare 2. You'll just jump over obstacles and climb stuff faster.
Maybe even extra amount of running time.
I'm a fan of this change. I felt like one of the big issues you see in a lot of games as they're coming on now is that player movement is too fast and too sporadic, and that causes problems with the way the guns work and stuff like that, especially at range. It adds a little bit more thinking to the person who wants to run, and of course helps take away some of the lightweight marathon problems in Modern Warfare 2.
The point of marathon is that you want to go places faster, right?
Yep.
And I think a good add-on to that would be what Commando Pro had, which is no falling damage. So you're more mobile, and you take less damage, doing stuff.
Alright, I kind of like the no falling damage idea. That was definitely like the cool part about Commando. Unfortunately, the whole knifing thing kind of made it a little annoying.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. Anyway, what do we have next? Alright, this should be interesting. Up next, it's Ninja. And Ninja's compelling to me because they took the pro version from Modern Warfare 2 and made that the normal version in this game, that being the silent footsteps for your character. I have to be honest, I'm not sure where they're going to go with the pro in Black Ops, but I'm sure you guys have ideas. Rob?
I think it's pretty obvious that for the Ninja Pro, it's probably going to have a lot to do with the motion sensors and stuff like that. There's an empty spot for a pro slot, and there's new items to be nullified, so I guess that makes sense. It's pretty cut and dry, it seems.
Well, I think they might go the sit rep pro way and make the footsteps louder for your enemy. Also, you are not visible as thermal on the camera spike.
All right, those are pretty good ideas. And actually, back to what Rob said, I think maybe it also would have the Scrambler Pro effect where claymores don't really go off if you walk by. I don't know, just spitballing here, all interesting ideas. Rob?
Yeah, the only issue with that, the Scramble Pro was actually a pretty good idea. I kind of like that. My only problem is that I could see it the way I like to play and stuff like that. It's more of a hindrance than a help, because I know me, whenever I was playing and there's a scramble coming around in Modern Warfare 2, it was like a treat. It's like, oh, look, I know there's somebody around me. It seemed to me like it would hurt people more than it helped.
And that's why it will make a better piece of equipment than a perk. All good ideas for Ninja Pro. Okay, up next is Second Chance, returning from Call of Duty World at War. Basically, Second Chance is just like Last Stand. You get hit with a few bullets, you go down into a laid-back position, pull out your pistol, and start spamming the trigger. Usually, it doesn't work out too well for you. I think the pro version is going to be just like it was in World at War with Second Chance. It'll give you the ability to revive teammates who also have Second Chance. Anybody else? Rob?
One of the interesting things I think is going to be about that is that World at War had a fun part about it with the reviving, which is basically down but not out from Gears of War, was that if the whole team or a lot of the team had it, you could all go around picking up people and stuff like that. It was pretty interesting. But I think the big thing that's going to make or break the perk is the amount of invincibility time when you get first down, because lots of times you find in World at War where you'd be shooting them, you'd see them starting to go down, so you'd keep shooting on them to kill them. You'd run out of ammo before the invincibility time run out, and then they just kill you because you're out of ammo at that point, even though you just pelted them with every round out of a whole mag. I think that's a problem, and that should be kind of remedied. But, like I said, that could make or break it. Matt?
Another option, you could maybe equip a main weapon in your hand instead of a pistol, or swap something around that line.
You do like Last Stand Pro in Modern Warfare 2 where you were allowed to use your equipment to kill people, like your grenades and such.
All interesting ideas. Let's see what they do. Next up, we have, I think, the most interesting perk in the game, plus I may or may not have some inside info on what the pro version is. And, of course, I could only be talking about Hacker. Now, Hacker is basically like SitRep from Modern Warfare 2 or Bomb Squad from the other games where you can basically see the enemy equipment, identify it, and destroy it without much challenge. Now, what I heard the pro version is that you can booby trap care packages and take over sentry guns and SAM sites. All interesting stuff. How do you guys feel about that? Von Bismarck.
I think that is an amazing idea. Completely changes the way you play the game. Completely changes the game itself, pretty much, you know?
I'm a big fan of the idea as well. The strategy implement of it is pretty cool. You know what I mean? It's kind of like leaving C4, like say at like A or B and something like that. But you can go even deeper with it, and you'll be sure that there's somebody there. You'll be sure to get them, and it just adds ways to mess with your teammate, with your enemies, which is just excellent.
I'm thinking, maybe you can go along the lines of even hexering their camera spikes, using their own claymores against them. Just changing small things like that to work for your team.
Absolutely. They can do whatever they want with it because right now it sounds amazing. All right. And we've made it to the last of the perks, the Tactical Mask. And the Tactical Mask reduces the effects of flashbangs and concussion grenades. Can't even imagine where they'll go with the pro on this one, but Slayer seems to have a clue.
Reduces the effect of Nova Gas.
Okay.
Well, I gotta say, this is just gonna be in addition to a long line of Treyarch kind of useless perks. At least a little bit better than the old gas mask and shades because it's one perk, but it's still like in the end, it's like really there's a lot more things that'd be more useful. We'll see. The pro could of course change the whole game. Matt.
When I heard tactical mask, I'm thinking, I don't know, more like firewalls maybe, something like that. So maybe your stuff will be immune to being hacked, you know?
And the idea is good at this point. I can't even imagine what they'll do with the pro on this. But all right, we've come to the end of perks, which means we've also come to the end of this video. So stay tuned for part 4.